The Spirit of the Lord is wrapping you in a quiet, unshakable truth today. You are ready. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, this moment. The air around you hums with divine anticipation, as if heaven itself is leaning in, waiting for you to take the next step. You spent so long preparing for this, praying, hoping, doubting, trying again, and now the pieces are falling into place. That flutter in your chest, that's not anxiety. That's your spirit recognizing its moment, like a seed that endured winter's chill. You've been growing in the dark. Now the soil above you is cracking. Light is breaking through. What felt like silence was actually sacred progress. Your time is here. Think back to the nights you cried yourself to sleep, the days you plastered on a smile while your heart shattered. You wondered, will this ever end? Will I ever feel whole again? Look at you now, still standing, still believing, still fighting for hope. Those battles didn't break you. They built you. Every tear watered courage. Every failure taught resilience. Every no redirected you to a yes you couldn't yet see. You've been in spiritual training, and now God is handing you the keys to a new season. The door is open. All you have to do is walk through. Don't skip this video if you believe in God. What you're feeling right now, this pull, this hope, is no accident. Let these words anchor your faith as heaven speaks directly to your heart. You've been weighed down by questions. When will my turn come? When will the pain stop? When will I see the miracles I prayed for? Here's your answer. Soon. Closer than you think. God isn't just working for you. He's working through you. Those moments you felt weak, He was teaching you to rely on His strength. Those times you felt alone, He was showing you He's enough. Even now, as you read this, He's arranging blessings that match the desires He planted in your soul long ago. You've been praying for a breakthrough, but God's been preparing a breakthrough. Something so grand, so perfectly timed, it'll leave you breathless. Remember Romans 8 verse 28. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. Let that truth sink deep. Every setback, every detour, every tear, all of it is being woven into a masterpiece. That job you lost, it's making room for destiny. That friendship that ended, it's protecting your peace. That dream that's taking years, it's growing roots no storm can shake. You're not behind. You're right on schedule. God isn't late. He's precise. Maybe you felt overlooked, as if everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck. But God doesn't work like the world. He elevates the humble. He promotes the faithful. He crowns the ones who've learned to serve in the shadows. Think of David, a shepherd boy anointed as king, then sent back to the fields for years. Those lonely nights with sheep weren't a punishment. They were preparation. God was refining his courage, his worship, his trust. And when the time came, David didn't just rule a kingdom. He changed history. Your story is no different. What feels like waiting is actually worship. What feels like hiding is actually honing. Let go of the old version of you, the one that clung to fear, that replayed mistakes, that believed a lie of not enough. That person is gone. You've outgrown them. The new you? They're bold. They're unshakable. They walk by faith, not by sight. They don't fear storms. They dance in the rain, knowing God holds the lightning. This isn't wishful thinking. This is your spiritual DNA. You are a child of the King, wired for victory, forged in fire, and destined for greatness. The world needs what you carry. Yes, you. Your scars are someone else's survival guide. Your story is someone else's hope. Your courage is someone else's compass. Don't downplay your light because others dim theirs. God didn't give you that gift to bury it. He gave it to you to burn with it. So speak up, step out, shine recklessly. The right people will celebrate you. The wrong ones? They'll fade into the background where they belong. Type 1111 if you believe in God. This is your sacred yes to miracles, your declaration that you're ready. Your faith is the key. Turn and watch heaven's door swing wide. God is stirring something new in your spirit today. Can you feel it? A quiet rumble of change, like distant thunder before rain renews the earth. This isn't just another day. This is a divine setup. Everything you've walked through, the pain, the waiting, the moments you thought you couldn't survive, was preparing you for this. You've been shaped by the struggle, refined by the fire, and now you're being positioned for elevation. What feels sudden to you has been in motion for a long time. Heaven has been rearranging things, clearing obstacles, and aligning blessings with your name on them. You didn't imagine that inner nudge. You didn't hallucinate that flicker of hope. This is God's hand at work, and He's about to stun you with His goodness. You've always sensed there was more to your story. That ache in your heart for purpose, that restlessness in your spirit, it's not random. It's a holy discontent, a sign that you're being called higher. You were never meant to stay small, hidden, or silent. You were designed to rise, to speak light into darkness, and to carry miracles in your hands. Those times you felt too sensitive or too deep, that was God's fingerprint on your soul. You don't just feel energy, you move it. You don't just notice lies, you disarm them. You're not just surviving, you're a conduit for divine power. The world needs what you carry. Type 555 if you feel this shift and you're ready to rise into your next level. This is your sign. Think of a seed buried in winter soil. It doesn't know spring is coming, but it grows anyway. Roots dig deeper. Life stirs in the dark. Then, one day, it bursts through the dirt into sunlight, stronger, taller, alive. That's you, right now. What felt like silence was God growing something in you. Those days you spent praying, crying, doubting, they weren't wasted. They were incubating your breakthrough. Isaiah 61 verse 3 says, He will give a crown of beauty for ashes, a joyous blessing instead of mourning, festive praise instead of despair. Your pain has an expiration date. Your mourning has a turnaround time. God isn't just patching up your old life. He's building you a new one. Maybe you've been praying for a sign, a breakthrough, a miracle. Here it is, this moment, these words, this stirring in your heart. God is speaking through all of it. The job you lost, it's making room for destiny. The relationship that ended, it's protecting you from settling. The dream that's taking too long, it's being fortified. You're not behind. You're right on time. Divine delays aren't denials. They're divine protection. God isn't just answering your prayers. He's upgrading them. What you've been asking for, He's making it better. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to believe it. Faith isn't a feeling. It's a choice. A choice to trust God even when the bank account is low, the test result is scary, or the loneliness feels heavy. A choice to declare, I don't see it yet, but I know it's coming. That's the kind of faith that moves mountains. That's the kind of faith that's about to rewrite your story. Remember Joseph? Sold by his brothers, forgotten in a prison. But God used every betrayal, every closed door, to position him for power. What looked like a pit was a pathway to a palace. Your story is no different. That rejection, it's redirecting you. That failure, it's teaching you. That silence, it's strengthening you. God doesn't waste a single chapter of your life. He's using all of it, the good, the bad, the messy, to prepare you for what's next. And what's next is so much brighter than what's behind. Type 999 if you're ready to see the miracle. This is your confirmation. It's already happening. Child of God, there's a sacred shift happening in your life. One you prayed for, fought for, and waited for. This isn't just a season of change. This is a season of reward. Every tear you've cried, every prayer you've whispered, every act of faith when fear screamed louder, it's all being gathered, multiplied, and poured back into your life as blessing. You've been in a spiritual classroom, learning to trust, to surrender, and to rise. Now, graduation day is here. The doors of destiny are opening. The light you've been seeking is breaking through. And what's on the other side is so much brighter than anything you've imagined. You spent years trying to fix things on your own. You've carried burdens that weren't yours to hold. You replayed mistakes, wondering if you missed your chance. But here's the truth. God was never asking you to be perfect. He was asking you to be persistent, to keep showing up, to keep believing, to keep choosing love over bitterness, even when it hurt. And because you did, something shifted in the spiritual realm. Angels have been dispatched. Battles have been won on your behalf. The enemy's plans to distract you, discourage you, and derail you, they've been canceled. Heaven's blueprint for your life is rolling out now, and nothing can stop it. If you feel this truth stir in your spirit, pause and whisper, God, I receive it. Let your heart agree with heaven's promise over your life. Think of a farmer planting seeds in spring. He doesn't dig them up every day to check their progress. He trusts the process, the sun, the rain, the soil. In the same way, God has been working beneath the surface of your life. Those days you felt stuck, roots were growing. Those nights you cried out, rain was nourishing what he planted. Now, the harvest is ready. Blessings you didn't chase, opportunities you didn't force, favor you didn't manipulate. They're coming to you not because you earned them, but because God ordained them. This is the law of divine reciprocity. When you sow faithfulness, you reap abundance. When you sow kindness, you reap grace. When you sow tears, you reap joy. Jesus said, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Matthew 7 verse 7. You've been seeking, maybe clumsily, maybe inconsistently, but you've been seeking, and now the answers are here. The healing you prayed for, it's unfolding. The provision you've needed, it's en route. The relationships you've longed for, they're being divinely aligned. What feels sudden to you has been in motion for years. God's timing isn't just good, it's perfect. He doesn't rush, but he also doesn't waste. Every delay had a purpose. Every no was protection. Every closed door was redirection. Maybe you felt overlooked, like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck. But God doesn't operate on human timelines. He promotes the faithful, not the flashy. He elevates the humble, not the hustlers. Think of David, anointed as king but sent back to tend sheep. Those quiet years weren't a punishment. They were preparation. God was building his courage, his worship, his trust. And when the time came, David didn't just rule a kingdom. He changed history. Your story is no different. What feels like waiting is worship. What feels like hiding is honing. Your moment is here. You've been worried about your past, the mistakes, the regrets, the what ifs. But God isn't keeping score. He's not tallying your failures. He's celebrating your progress. That thing you're ashamed of, he's turning it into a testimony. That pain you buried, he's using it to heal others. You're not defined by your past. You are refined by it. And now, you're being redefined by his grace. Let go of the old story. The new one is so much better. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Let that promise anchor you. Your future isn't a question mark. It's a guarantee. The confusion you felt, it's lifting. The fear you've carried, it's dissolving. The dreams you thought were dead, they're stirring back to life. You don't have to force it. You don't have to beg for it. You just have to believe it. Faith isn't a feeling. It's a choice. A choice to trust God when the bank account is low. when the diagnosis is scary, when the loneliness aches. A choice to declare, I don't see it yet, but I know it's coming. Drop amen. God is faithful, and his plan for your life is unfolding with precision and purpose. Trust in his timing, for it is perfect. Believe in his love, for it is unwavering. And walk confidently into the future, for your breakthrough is imminent, and your destiny is secure in the hands of the Almighty. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, be sure to give a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and make sure to join our community by subscribing and turning on notifications.